In today's class, we are going to discuss the function call, which include call by value and call by reference, and also we are discussing how the array elements will pass to the function and how the structure element will pass to the function. Let first comes to function call. The value in a function can be passed in two ways, that is call by value and call by reference. Till now, whatever the function prototype value is passed, that is basically belongs to call by value. And again we have to verify and differentiate what is the difference between the call by value and call by reference. Remember, while you pass the value in the concept of passing the parameter or argument, basically that is known as your call by value. Means when you are passing the value, there are two copies of the parameter stored in memory location. Means one is permanent memory location, one is temporary memory location. Two memory elements will be, two pairs of memory element will be there, one for the actual parameter, one for the formal parameter. Means actual parameter means which is passing in the calling module, and formal parameter means which is received in the called module. Since it is written in call by value method of parameter passing, the values of actual parameter are copied to the functions of a formal parameter. There are two copies of parameters stored in a different memory. Suppose we pass xy, two memory location take, again we passed in the formal parameter to again another memory location it takes. One is the original copy and other is the function copy. Original copy means that is your actual parameter, and their other function copy is that is your what? The formal parameter. Any changes made inside the function means any changes made into the formal parameter does not affect to the actual parameter. Means actual parameter is the real memory and formal parameter is the temporary memory. In call by value, when you pass the value, suppose the two values are taken A10 and B20, we have declared swap x is a user defined function which can carry two members, one is x and one is y, that is of integer type. Hence, first of all, the declaration is required. If you don't make the declaration, no problem at all. A and B is passed, swap x is a user defined function. It will search where the called block is there, because this is the calling block, and calling block parameter is known as your actual parameter, and called block parameter is known as your formal parameter. Means x and y is received here. This is the swapping logic for changing the two values x and y. Here t equal to x means what is the value is passed? First of all, 10 and 20. The value of x, that is 10, is stored in t. The value of y, 20, is stored in x. Now 10 is copied to the y. Means after passing the value, initially the value was 20 and 10. After passing the value become 10 and 20. And if you return this function to the main program, and if the value will be displayed here, again the value will be as usual, that is 10 and 20. Again I am repeating, A and B, 10 and 20 is passed, and after interchange it will display 20 and 10. What our expectation? That 20 and 10, when the function will end here, return where it was, it will be 20 and 10. No, when it is written here, again the value will be 10 and 20. What it indicates? The value is changed locally, not globally, real memory location. And hence, if the value is changed here as 20 and 10, it returns here and it again become 10 and 20. But what we want? It again become 20 and 10, means whatever the changes made in the call block, that should reflect in the calling block. That it does not happen in the call by value, because the value is temporarily change in the duplicate memory location. In a real memory, the value does not changes. Either it is working or not comes to your online compiler. Try to run this program. First program I am running, that is call by value. Moves to your online compiler. Copy or write this program. Just copy it moves to your respective locations. Now, if I run the program, the result will be 20 and 10 while returning to the calling module again 10 and 20. That means the value permanently does not changes. But how it will be done? That is by call by reference. When the value is passed by the help of address by representing ampersand, that is known as your call by reference. And while maintaining call by reference, you have to use a pointer, means the star mark, because to hold the address we need the pointer. Detail about the pointer we will be discussing in the next chapter. So why here duplicate copy of memory does not form, means the value which you pass by address that will be received in the called block and in the same memory location the changes will be made. Hence it is represented in call by reference method of parameter passing. The address of actual parameter is passed to the function of the formal parameter. In C, we use pointer to achieve the call by reference. Both actual and formal parameter refer to the same memory location. In call value by value, what happens? Actual parameter and formal parameter indicate to different memory location, but in call by reference, actual parameter and formal parameter locate to the same memory location, and hence whatever the value changes in the calling block, called block, that will be reflected in your calling block. Hence, any changes made inside the function are actually reflected in the actual parameter of the calling block. Same program we are written, but the function declaration here pointer is declared. Why pointer is declared? Because address to be received in the pointer notation, and the data type is int because two integer values will be passed. Because the address is passed, if you don't specify pointer, the value will not receive. 10 and 20 were the original value. We are passing swap x is a user defined function. A and B address is passed, which is actual parameter. We received it in the call block by pointer variable. Now the interchange logic is made. T equal to pointer of x, pointer of x equal to pointer of y, pointer of y equal to t. Here what happens? Swapping logic. The 10, 20 which is passed, that become 20 and 10. And now if this function returns to the main program, it again display 20 and 10, which indicate that the value not only change in the calling block, called block, that also change in the real memory location, that is your calling block. Hence the value will be 20, 10, 20, 10 respectively. Why I have given pointer? Because to access the value we need the pointer. If you only x and y will display, the address of that memory location will display. How the pointer is working and what is the work of pointer we will be discussing in the next chapter. If we want to run this program, again moves to your online editor by writing the program or copying the program if you have previously written. Then you run it accordingly. Now you see the value is 20, 10, 20, 10 respectively in both the module will appear 20, 10 and 20, 10. As the address is passed, it will be received by the pointer and the respective changes will be made. Now, how array arguments will be passed to a function? Remember, we declare the array ARR5 as 5 element and store the value 0 to n-1 means last element is 4. Print array is a user defined function. We are passing array and number of element we are passing, that is 5. Two arguments are passed. Array is which type? Integer type, and hence in the called block it will receive in integer. Subscript represent number of element can receive. Whatever the value present in the ARR as the array element will be stored in ARR. Because calling module and called module variable name may be same or different, it is same. 5 as the array size will stored in the size variable. Now you iterate 5 times to display the element. 0 is less than 5, yes, ARR of 0 means how much? 10. I incremented by 1, 1 is less than size, ARR of 1 means 20. Like this, 5 element will be displayed. As print array is a user defined function, array elements are passed to a function and hence this is known as passing array to the functions. If I want to run this program, copy this code, moves to your online compiler, and start running it. If I run the program, I will be getting the desired result what I passed here. The elements are displayed. Similarly, how the structure elements are passed to a function. We declare a structure stud, two elements as record type, name and age is declared. Now I define a function, declare a function, display a user defined function which carries the structure element struct name and the structure variable name. The declaration is made. For interacting with the structure, we need a structure variable. Structure name student, S1 is the structure variable. Now I want to store the value S1.name, S1.age. At the time of inputting string, there is no address is required. S1.name is directly written because string is automatically indicating to the memory location. But you are inputting integer value, you need the address. S1 is the structure variable. To interact with its element, we need a dot as a membership operator. Suppose name and age is enter. This is, and if you want to pass it, display the user defined function. S1 is the structure variable. Pass to the called block. As S1 is which type? Struct type, and hence it is received by struct name is student, and S1 you can give S1 or you can store the value of S1 in S. You can access it s.name, s.age. Means the structure variable is passed to a function and structure elements are passed through the structure elements are accessed to the function. Means we pass the structure variable and within the called block we can access the structure element at s.name, s.age. Why structure is declared before the main function? Because it is a global one. And what is the requirement of global one? Global one can access within any function block or inside the any function block. If we want to run this program, moves to your online editor and start run it. Copy this set of code. Then you move to your online compiler. Then start running. You will be getting the result, whatever the value you enter. It asks you to enter the value. After entering the value, it will display the result. Suppose I enter RAM and age is 100. Hence, the output is RAM and 100. The structure elements are stored, then pass and then access within the function block. Hence, today's class or the session is completed. We discuss in today's session function call which include call by value and call by reference and passing array element and structure element to a function. I think this session is essential to you and you understand. Having any doubt, make the comments. There are few assignment is given to you. Passing two members or the numbers to a function and interchange. Pass two values in a function, find out sum and product. Use recursion to find factorial value of a number. Use array as function parameter to find sum of element in an array. Use function call to find area of a circle. Try to do using any function prototype. And if you are not able to solve this, then we will be providing the solutions to you. And in the next class, we try to solve the question of the previous chapter. And those have not subscribed, kindly subscribe it. Those like this video, please like it. And I think today's session is essential to you. Having any doubt, kindly make the comment. Thank you. See you in the next class.